Okay, let us understand this example now. Normalization example here, order. So let us say there's one order form we are having. If you can see this order form, very clear to you. Uh, Order form is having order number, okay, customer code, name, and date, right? So whenever any order placed, I'll maintaining this order number, customer code, who is ordering, what is the address, what is the date, right? And that customer, what are the item they are billing for that, right? So I'll maintaining here. And apart from that, I'll calculating some of the total freight and total order value. So all this value if we want to maintain, so for that sake, these are the fields will be created. Order field list, order number, date, customer code, like, right? Similarly, we are having item numbers and all. So unit price and all, right? Price, total freight, total order value. So all these columns we have to make for this purpose, right? And now next is here order fields in relational table. Uh, we are having this much columns, order number, date, customer code, name, address, everything in one table, suppose. Now the problem is what? This order, let us say there's a first order on this date by this customer and name and address. I have a some item number. So this guy has ordered three items. Okay, modem, cable, and mouse. Quantity with this, unit price this, and total price is this, right? And this is my total price. But item number, let us say it should be unique. In that case, what will happen? There may be some problem come. So if you are maintaining data in this format, so here is the total we are displaying. And in this case, I have to maintain, I have to repeat these values here, right? If you can see this one here, see here. So yeah, what is happening now? Uh, if we maintain data in this format, so we are repeating the orders here, order number again and again it is existing, right? So the whole record is keep repeating. Here again we are repeating. So if you see one record and it is saying that total price is this and freight is this and order value is this, right? So duplication of data is happening. It will cause inconsistency problem due to updates. If any updates happen, inconsistency will come. Wastage of a storage space unnecessary. We're maintaining this record 3 times. Or if a customer purchases 100 products or 100 items, I have to repeat this 100 times. So this is not a good technique to maintain data, right? Now next is here. So we have to break this table into smaller table. So you can see this code here, this form now. This field, that item number, item name, it is repeating, right? So we say it is a repeated or repeating group. Okay. So this green one is a repeating group. Okay. Repeating groups violates the condition of first normal form. So if you want to break in first normal form, there's a different normal form like first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form. That is also called BCNF, Boyce Codd normal form. So there's condition for the first normal form is what? Look at here. First normal form definition. A table is said to satisfy the first normal form if it contains no repeating group. Okay. If your table is not having any repeating groups, then it is called first NF, first normal form. Let us understand how to make this table in 1NF. Look at this. What we have done here, this is my existing table. Now we have taken this part and kept in a different table. So I say item number, item name, quantity order, unit price, and there's a separate table now. So here I got a resultant table, order number, date, customer code, customer name, address, price, total, freight, total order, right? So now there's a two table, one table, and this is the two table. How we can relate now? So first you have to do what? Remove the repeating groups. Second, you have to do what? Identify the primary key for the original table. So the table which we have, what is a primary key in this? Order number will be always unique, right? So we can make this primary key. Now, next step is what here? So first was finding repeating group. Second was identifying the primary key. Now, third is what? Use the primary key of the original table in the repeating group. So this was my primary key. Okay. Now here we are introducing one key. Let us say this is a foreign key. And then we are relating that order 1 has come in this, right? And this order 1 has this much item order. Okay. This is done to identify which order a given order item belongs to, right? Fourth, identify the primary key for the repeating group. So now here item number should be unique. If any order is coming and that guy is ordering 10 item, so order number I mean here item number should be unique, right? So I'll make a primary key kind of things here, right? So this primary key will become the foreign key add in the step 2. So the primary key for this table will be composite. So here I can say this is a composite key. Let us say one order has come and order is O001. Okay. Now I can say the order 1 O001 has item I001. Okay. And then O0002 sorry, just a minute. Okay, so look at here what I was saying now. This order 001 has item 001. Again order 001 has order I002. Same suppose I003, right? So here you can see that every record is unique, right? So if you see this together, You can understand that 1 1 is coming here, so it is repeating, right? No, we have to see together. What is this record? What is this record? This is all unique. So there's a unique 3 records we are having here, right? Okay. So now this is the final table in first normal form, we can say. I hope you are getting now. So this is the first NF or first normal form table. Now next we have to break this table in a 2NF, that is the second normal form. And for the second normal form there is a one condition. Look at here. A table is set to satisfy the second normal form if the table is first of all in first normal form. Second, all non-key are functionally depend on the full primary key. So whatever the non-key attributes we are having, okay, that should depend on the full primary key. Non-key is what? A field that is not a part of the primary key. I can say item name, right? Quantity. These are what? Non-key attributes. Let us say item number is a key attribute. So quantity, price, name could be the non-key attribute. So it should be full or functionally dependent on the full primary key. Okay. Now let us see how we can make this in a 2NF. So if you can see this functional dependence here, a field F is set to depend on the primary key if the primary key is both necessary and sufficient to determine the value of F. Okay. So this is called functional dependency. Now consider the other table here. What is the necessary and sufficient? Two words we have to understand now for the second NF. Okay. Necessary and sufficient. To determine the date of an order, the order number is required, right? If I want a certain order on which date it has been ordered, so I need order number, then I can get easily on what date it has been ordered, right? So without order number, date cannot be determined. If I say simply date, I have ordered in this date, that so many order happen in that date, right? So we cannot conclude. But if I give the order number, I can easily find out what is the date for that, right? So hence order number is necessary for date, correct? Sufficient. Given an order number, the date of the order can be determined. No other field is required for determining the date. So if I have order number, I can get the date also, right? Hence order number is sufficient for date. Okay. So I can say order number is necessary and sufficient to determine the value of date. Hence date is said to be functional dependency on order number. Okay. Now we have to check both table that we have splitted earlier. First look at this table. Order item table. So we are having item name, quantity order, unit price, total price. So item name is functionally dependent on the item number, correct? But is it like item number is also functionally dependent on the order number? No. So this item name is not fully dependent or functionally dependent on this full primary key. This is my full primary key, right? So consider item name, it depends only on the item number. Item number alone is both necessary and sufficient to determine the item name, correct? If I get item number, item code, I can get the item name, right? So order number is not necessary to determine item name, correct? Hence item name does not depend on the full primary key. I mean order number plus item number, right? So this table violates second normal form, right? How we can break this? So we have to break this table. Okay. Second level of normalization, look at here. So remove all non-key that do not depend on the full primary key. So this is my resultant table now. If you can see here, this one table is again splitted in two different tables. So this is my one resultant table, another table. So we have broken this item table, and I say item number, item name. And here I am just making a primary key, and I will relate here as a foreign key. Okay, this will the foreign key. So add to this table to the person of the primary key on which the non key dependent. Okay. So now this is the resultant table we are having. Now these tables do not contain any non keys with partial dependence on the primary key. So they are in the second normal form. So we can say these three tables that we have got from the first table in 2NF, second normal form. Okay. Now let us try to break this table into 3NF, I mean third normal form. So what is the condition for third normal form? You have to remember these conditions and you can easily break the table. So first of all, your table should be in a 2NF, and then we have to see no non-key has a transitive dependency on the primary key. Earlier we have seen the functional dependency, right? This time we have to see the transitive dependency on the primary key. What is the transitive dependency? Look at here. If A equal to B and B equal to C, then we can say A equal to C, right? So this equal to operation is a transitive here. Hence, if field F1 depends on field F2 and field F2 depends on F3, then field F1 has a transitive dependency on F3, right? So I hope you understood this dependency and transitive dependency, right? How we can break this? Look at now. So you are having this table, order table. In the order table, we are having customer code, customer name, and address. So what is happening here? This customer name and address is a dependent on customer code, and customer code is dependent on the order number, right? So I can say this is having a transitive dependency of this, right? So customer name and address, they depend on the order number, right? But not directly. They depend on customer code first, which in turn depends on the order number. So they are transitive dependency. So we can say this is a transitive dependency. Okay. Now, so this is a resultant table we have got from this table. So we are breaking this table separate and we are making customer table, and this is order table. Here I have a customer code which is working as a foreign key and related with this. Here we'll make a primary key and we'll maintain a unique customers, right? And orders can be made by the existing customer only. What are the customer we are having, right? So now this is my final 3NF table, third normal form table. I have a four table now. Order number, I mean order table, order item table, a customer table. So the relationship is like this. If you can see here, this is a relationship between this. So let us have customer table where we are maintaining a customer, and here this is the primary key. Okay. Here we are using as a foreign key. What are the customers? We'll mention here, right? Order number, what is that? It is a primary key here, right? And here we are making a foreign key. Item, what are the items we are having? It is a separate. Here I have a primary key, and here I will maintain a foreign key for that. So what are the items we are having, that will be used here only, right? If you want to introduce new item, okay, I can just insert here only, right? If I want to introduce new customer, I can introduce here only. So all are separate. Now in this case, like order table is not going to affect, order item table is not going to affect, right? If any order come from the customers, okay, we'll go for here entry. What are the items? Okay, we'll maintain here. So see the benefit of breaking this table or decomposing this table into different normal forms. If you have noticed, we are having certain field like quantity, order, unit price, right? That is also related to the item number and order number, right? Now total price. This total price is calculated field.